MAVAKAGA.
All right, so get this right. Today's deep dive is about this crazy incident. It was all over the internet. You know, the one with the car?
Oh, yeah, the one rolling down the hill. In flames.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know you should look away, but you just can't help.
Totally. Those videos grab you.
But here's the thing, right? It's more than just a crazy video. It was a real thing that happened on a real road to real people. Somewhere in India. Could have been really bad.
Yeah, for sure. And fortunately, we've got this article from Diario El Salvador to give us the breakdown.
Our case file for the deep dive. So, what do we know about where this all went down?
Okay, so the article mentions it happened on a road between Ajmer and Jaipur.
Okay, so not exactly, like the middle of nowhere then.
Not even close. Busy route, actually. And to make things even more interesting, it's a mountainous area. Adds a whole other level of, complexity to the situation.
Okay, so we're already picturing some interesting terrain, even before we add a burning car to the mix.
Right, exactly. Now, according to the article, the driver first noticed smoke coming from the car. Not even flames yet, just smoke.
So he's got some kind of warning at least.
Right, and he pulls over. Good instinct.
Right, absolutely. I mean, that's got to be your first thought. Get off the road.
Exactly. But here's where it gets weird. The car starts moving before the fire really gets going.
Wait, what? So it's not even fully engulfed yet and it's already rolling. How does that happen?
That's the million-dollar question. And it's all because of the handbrake, or actually the lack of a functioning one. The article mentions the fire damaged the handbrake, which is, that changes things.
So you're dealing with a fire and potentially no brakes. Talk about a double whammy.
That's what makes it so interesting. It's not just a fire, it's a chain reaction.
And we're back to those mountains you mentioned.
Exactly. Even a slight incline could be enough to send that car rolling if the brakes aren't working.
Kind of scary when you think about it, you know? You think you're safe on the side of the road and boom, car's rolling away.
Yeah, no kidding. And most of us probably think, oh, car fire, I'll just pull over. We don't think about the what ifs.
Right. It's not exactly like the movies where they're always telling you to use the emergency brake. Mm-hmm. But here, I mean, that seems like it would have made a big difference.
It might have. This whole thing highlights something we often overlook, and that's the physics of a car fire. We see the flames, we think danger, but the heat itself, that can be just as destructive.
So even if the fire wasn't directly on the brakes, the heat alone could do that kind of damage.
Absolutely. Think about it. Metals expand when they're heated.
Oh, right.
Now imagine what that does to brake lines, calipers, even the rotors. Under that kind of stress, things start to fail. And rubber, the seals in your brake system, for example. Extreme heat, rubber degrades, it gets brittle, cracks.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's like this whole chain of things breaking down just from the heat.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a good reminder that even a small car fire can quickly become a much bigger problem. It's not just putting out the flames, it's understanding the effect that heat has on your car.
And speaking of bigger problems, in that video, the car, it rolls down the hill and then it crashes, right? What does the article say about that?
Well, the driver's luck held out because it collided with a pillar.
A pillar? Like on the side of the road?
Yeah, on the side of the road. Could have been a lot worse. Imagine if there had been people nearby.
Oh, man. Or other cars.
It makes you think.
Yeah. We focus on the fire, but a runaway car is a whole other thing.
Definitely. You never know how it's going to move. It could swerve, hit something else. It's unpredictable. And that brings up another important factor, the human element.
You mean the bystanders? You can see them running.
Exactly. Panicked. Understandably, of course. But it's a good reminder that even if you stay calm in an emergency, other people might not.
That's true. It's not just about what you would do, but what everyone else is doing, too. But it sounds like everyone was okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's terrifying, but kind of amazing how that all happened. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah. It could have been a much different story.
Yep.
And, it's interesting. We've talked about the fire, the brakes, all that, but there's something else.
What's that?
The human element, Even if no one was hurt.
Oh, right. Like, even if he wasn't hurt.
Exactly. That experience, watching your car engulfed in flames, rolling away, that's got to stay with you.
I can't even imagine. The adrenaline, the fear. Would you even think straight? I don't know.
It's one of those things that really tests you, right? And even if you're okay in the moment, there's the aftermath.
The memories, the whole what if thing.
Exactly. It reminds us that sometimes, even when we're not physically hurt, there's still an impact.
It really makes you think. So we went from this crazy video, right, to car safety and physics, and then this whole other side of things.
And hopefully it's given us all something to think about. Maybe even like encourage people to brush up on their car safety knowledge, you know?
Absolutely. I think that's the big takeaway, knowing what to do, being prepared. But here's a final thought. The article focused on India, but it makes you wonder how often this actually happens. Is it a one-off, or is this like a hidden danger everywhere? Something to think about. Until next time, everyone, stay safe out there.
वो चल पड़ी गाड़ी आगे चल पड़ी अपने आप
MAVAKAGA.